Good morning. This is Sonia here from Sam and Sonia's Garden. This is our top pick pea patch, and they are doing great. They are the heat's beginning to show on them a little bit. So we're going to start uh, another some more. We're just going to start some more top pick pink eye peas in this actually this row, and there's two full rows beside it, but this row is what I'm going to show you how I do it start to finish. Sam has already come in after I removed the pumpkin that were here. He's come in and added some more barnyard fertilizer. He's tilled it in. He's made the rows nice and wide for me. He's also, well, he didn't do this. It rained last night, and we got a really good rain because it was powder dry out here. We got a really good rain, and everything, the rows are set and settled. So I'm going to show you start to finish exactly what I do to get these planted. So let's get going. Now notice that these out here that you already see, they're planted pretty tightly, and I think that helps to support them. They support each other by being planted so tightly. So what I do is I just come down the row, and excuse my hair, it's this shampoo day. If you see it, I'm sorry. Hope it doesn't offend you. If it does, then we'll talk about it. Maybe we won't. I don't know. But anyway, I'm making this video recording work for me. All right, so what I'll do is I'll come in here, and I'm just going to make about a half-inch furrow every 3 or 4 inches. So that's what I'm going to do as I come through here. Half-inch furrow every 3 or 4 inches. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, today's date is August 1st, 2025. That's when we're recording this. It's beginning to rain a little bit, so I hope I can finish this video. So kind of knocking my soil out, but that's okay. I'll put it back. About a half-inch deep to an inch, half-inch to an inch, and they'll be fine. We're supposed to get more rain for the next couple of days, so we're not getting heavy rain, but it's sufficient to keep the garden watered, so that's really nice. Again, this is August 1st, 2025, and I am prepping my bed to plant more top pick purple hull peas. And I'm just going to make these furrows all the way down. Here we go. And again, I hope the rain allows me to finish this video, because I feel it, but I also see the sun trying to peek through. It's about, I don't know, 6:45, 7 in the morning. We've been out here a while. I also made a video. Excuse my train. It's being a little disrespectful talking while I'm trying to talk. Okay. Now I'm going to drop the peas in. I'm going to put them pretty close together because they don't like a lot of spacing. I'm seeing that they do very well planted close together. So here goes. And these are fairly new peas. I just purchased these a few days from my local co-op. So I'm just dropping them down in these furrows that I've created. They should be up in no time. Normally, I would soak these. I really don't think it's necessary to soak them, especially with the rain that we're getting. I think they'll be fine. Soaking probably would help them to germinate faster, but like I said, they'll soak plenty in this ground with all the nice rain that we're getting. So I dropped a lot in that spot. I don't want that many. This actually goes pretty quickly, especially when the rows are all nice and tidy like Sam has them for me. It makes this go really smoothly. I can transition from, you know, making the little furrows to dropping the seeds pretty quickly because the soil is so soft after he's worked it and added more compost into it, because it was dry, powder dry out here. Those squash bugs, oh my gosh. Okay, it was finished one thought at a time, sorry. It was powder dry out here. Excuse me for walking across the camera. Because I really wasn't watering the plant that the squash bug infestation originated with, and that plant probably, it took up all of this. I think I shot a video of the mystery pumpkin slash squash. Well, turns out it was a pumpkin. Maybe it had crossed with something, I just don't know. So I'm gonna show you now what I'm gonna do next. So after I've done that, I don't think I wanna use a hoe to cover these. What I'm gonna use is my metal rake, excuse me. Here's my metal rake. This metal rake, I really like it because it allows me to kind of smooth the top of the soil once I, you know, cover things up. Every now and then I'll see a pea poking up. Maybe I dropped it or somewhere it shouldn't have been dropped. But anyway, this is a real easy way to get them covered back up. Tamp it just a little bit. They really don't need much. These peas don't need a lot of maintenance. They don't need a lot of special anything to even get them planted. Maybe that's why they're called a southern pea. We're here in South Mississippi, growing zone 8A. But this southern pea does this southern girl very well. I mean, we like the flavor of it too. We don't just grow it just because it grows well. We grow it because we like it. And we have friends who are willing to barter for peas. And, you know, that's a nice thing when you're able to keep a little extra money in your pocket to do some other things with. Broaden our territory and just get out there and do some things we hadn't planned to do. Because otherwise we'd have to pay for some of the services that these peas bless us not to have to pay for. And these peas are not high maintenance at all. So it's an easy way to reduce our, you know, regular old burden of payment for things. So, okay, so they're all planted, they're all covered. Now, once I do this, because it's so hot here in Mississippi, I do one more step that some people might say is overkill. You're entitled to your opinion, but I like to do this. I didn't do it over here because it was not as hot as it is now. So these are shading their soil themselves, getting plenty of shade. The sun is gonna be pretty intense on it. So this is what I do. Hang on just a second and I'll show you. So I had to go over to my stash of garden leaves. And in my stash, I've got several of these bags, which are dwindling over this gardening season because I am putting them to good use. So it's just garden leaves. I mean, just leaves that someone shared with me. I'm going to take my rake and I'm just going to knock these down into the row. Sometimes I'll pull this whole bag down through the middle of the row and do this, but I've got 2 more rows to do in a second, and I don't want to pull it off just yet until I get those rows done. So I'm just going to lightly cover this, not heavy at all, just lightly cover it, just to keep slow down the evaporation of the water from the soil. Now, again, I'm lightly covering it because I want my peas to come up and feel that sunshine and know that it's time for them to do work their magic, but I don't want them to feel the sunshine so much that it burns them up. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And this is working. I'll show you in a second what I've done over in another bed similar to this. I might have already shown you over there in my sweet potato bed how I planted some peas over there. I think I've got some top pick. Yep, I planted top pick over there. And I'll show you how they're looking. They're not even close to being ready to, pick like these are here, but they are growing, and I'll show you. So this is the end of this. I just wanted you to see how I plant my Southern Crowder peas or top pick pink eye peas from start to finish. I'm done. I've got this is a little more than half a row all planted. I've got 2 more rows to plant. I'm not going to bring you along with me for that, but I did want you to see this. But I'll take you over right now so you can see those top pick peas that are coming up in my sweet potato bed. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but that's what I'm trying. So excuse the camera work, but there are my peas. Whew. I'm so thankful for this wagon. It helps me not have to drag huge bags like that around. That's a huge bag. It's long, it's heavy, it's been wet, so the leaves are heavier than leaves would normally be. But anyways, let's go on over. Those are my butter beans that haven't started producing yet. And I'll show you these peas over here. So they're growing and they're coming along. So these are top pick mixed in with sweet potatoes. This is a purple sweet potato, and these are top pick, purple sweet potato and top pick. And you see they're just kind of plowed in there. And yeah, something's eating on them, but that's okay. They'll push through that. And it just looks really good out here. Really good. And you see how I put the leaves on the bed, and those top pick peas just push right on through. They push right on through. Now this is the contraption I told you that I put over my sweet potatoes when I first plant them, so that the sun just doesn't scorch them to death when I plant them this late in the year. And they're doing well. You can tell that they've caught on. And I'm gonna let them grow a little bit more before I put some more peas in here. I'm just putting peas everywhere. Keep the ground covered with food, and I don't have so much weed pressure. Okay, here's some top pick peas that we planted not long ago. And you'll see that they are coming up. That rain was really good for them because it was so dry over here. I was wondering if I was going to have to replant. But they look great. Top pick pink eye peas. They're just popping up through the soil. See that those few leaves that I lightly dusted over the top does not inhibit them from sprouting. And look at there, that sprout over there, right here, is still connected to the bean. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. Oh. Anyways, let's see if I can uncover it just a little bit to show you. You see there? The bean's still on there. I'm sorry about the camera work. can still see the bean on there. Isn't that a good, pretty picture? But anyway, this is what we're trying to do. Is just get as many of these top pick peas planted. So we have lots and lots of peas. And once these come up some more, I'll put some more leaves down to kind of shade the soil and help to hold on to the moisture out here. Because peas don't really need watering that much, but they do need water. So I want to reduce the amount of energy I have to put into these crops as much as I can. That's a butter bean row, a newly planted butter bean row. I planted that yesterday. And this is actually a new row. This wasn't here. Sam just put this row in a couple of days ago, and I planted it yesterday. So it's lightly dusted with leaves as well. Butter beans take a little bit longer to germinate than cowpeas, any type of purple hull pea or pink eye pea. So, but these top pick pink eye peas that I just planted just now, that you saw me plant just now, they are mature in 50 days. So we hope to be eating purple hull peas from this new planting, in a little less than 2 months. Now we're already eating the others up there, but these should be ready for us to harvest in a little less than 2 months. So we'll be able to get plenty in the freezer before our first frost date, because we know the frost is going to take them out. Anyways, thank you for joining me. This was fun. I love showing you what's happening in my garden because I'm out here anyway. So I love talking about it and sharing my experience. So thanks for coming along. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for bearing with my hair day do-up going over here. I just appreciate you coming along and spending time with me in my garden. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Come back and see what's happening the next time in Sam and Sonia's garden. Have a wonderful day. Bye.